What's going on, Predators? It's Travis from Apex Predator Outdoors, and today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to actually be talking about supplements, and specifically one that is going to help you maximize your gains, especially if you're on the carnivore diet or any other kind of high protein diet. This is going to help you do three things that are just almost magical. They're so dang amazing. So first of all, this thing can allow you to reduce muscle loss. It is going to help you increase your muscle recovery after workouts, and it's also going to help you build muscle and maximize on all that protein that you're taking into your diet. What I am talking about today, we are talking about this right here. This is HMB. Yeah, I had to block out the thing here, but sorry, I'm terrible with this name. So this is beta hydroxy beta methyl butyrate. Try saying that one time fast. So basically, this is also known as hydroxymethyl butyrate. This is a great supplement that is going to help you really just maximize everything about your daily diet and make sure that you are gaining muscle, gaining strength, and just becoming a better version of yourself in 2024. So before we dive too deep into this video, I'm going to talk about a couple things that will actually help with this HMB and help this HMB be most effective in your life. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is my new supplement line that I am taking, and I am making sure that this is helping me to maximize my gain. My goal in 2024 is I want to be dangerous. I want to be deadly in the outdoors, and I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my health to my best benefit. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm taking this right here. This is the Formula 1 by First Form. This is an amazing protein that you can take to help make sure that you are getting the most out of your HMB, whichever one you decide to take. And they have a lot of great flavors. This is a solid protein that's going to give you everything that you need in one package, whether that is you're talking about actually getting the protein you need, helping it be digested into your muscles, and also helping with your workout recovery and everything. This is going to be the full package. Next over here is going to be my pre-workout, and this is the Project One from, again, First Form. So the Project One here, again, same thing. This is also not only going to give you the energy that you need whenever you hit the gym or whenever you're going to build muscle and really build your strength in the gym, it's also going to help with your recovery and also just make you get an amazing pump in the gym so that you can really feel the effects of that workout. And really just, I mean, I've used this stuff quite a bit recently, and the pump is amazing and it feels good. It makes me love going back to the gym. I know over the holidays I've been kind of bad about actually working out, and this has really helped me get back in there and really hit my goals the way I need to be hitting them. So I'll put some links down in the description below. These are two of my first foundational supplements that I am using to really build my body, build my strength, and go and to 2024 and be the best version of myself that I can be. So if you want to follow along and try these out and tell me what you think about them, the links are down in the description, and you help support the channel, guys, as well. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and without further ado, let's do further. So this stuff right here is pretty amazing. So it's a simple little pill. So these are just little white pills. You can get these in a powder, or you can get them in a pill capsule form, just like this little guy right here. And basically what this is going to do, this is going to really help you maximize your gains. How does it do that? Well, this hydroxymethylbutyrate, or HMB as we just call it, the way it works is it's actually a precursor to an amino acid called leucine. So if you don't know, the amino acids are really the most important part of taking a protein supplement, like, again, the Formula 1 or any other whey protein supplement, or if you're eating a lot of meat, the amino acids in the meat are really what is going to help protein synthesis. So I've talked a lot about the carnivore diet on this channel, and if you're not really tuned into that, I've got a whole playlist over here having to do with carnivore diet stuff. This will be on that playlist. So basically, the reason meat is such a great source of protein is because it has all of those amino acids built into it, which means that it allows your body to actually actively use that protein in the way that needs to be used. So the best way to break this down is like this. Imagine you have one molecule of protein here, and then you have an amino acid. By bonding that amino acid to the protein, your body can fully use it. If you have a protein molecule here without the amino acids, your body can't fully use that. So that's the easiest way to kind of break that down and make it understandable. So if you're more of a plant-based diet, it's much more crucial to get something like this in your system to make sure that you have more amino acids in there, and pairing this with a branched chain amino acid supplement can also help as well, or we also often call BCAAs. It's going to give you more of that leucine, which is one of the most important amino acids for protein synthesis, or your body using that protein. So again, for instance, just to break this down, beef is about 85 to 90% bioavailable and bioabsorbable, meaning it has all those available amino acids to help you absorb it and use it. A lot of plant products, and even like beans and things like that, the high protein plant products don't have nearly as much. They have about 40 to 50% of the required amino acids in order to absorb and use that protein. So a lot of that, if it's not absorbed and used, what happens? It goes right out the poop chute. Okay, comes out the back end, goes down to the crap factory, and just keeps going. So that's the reason why a lot of carnivores in the carnivore diet find themselves not having the solid mass coming out the back end, for a lack of a better word, is because most of it is absorbed and used by the body, and not much is turned towards waste. Where does HMB come into this? So basically, the HMB, again, what it does is it is a precursor to leucine, so it gives you more of those amino acids that your body can use to actually absorb and actually use that protein, or synthesize that protein in your body. I have a really high protein diet. Being on the carnivore diet, I'm about 90% carnivore. So I still have other things. I take a few supplements that aren't necessarily made from animals or made from meat, but 90% of my diet is carnivore. It's kind of like pescatarian. Does a pescatarian only eat fish? No, they also eat a few other things as well. I think there's a lot of gatekeeping going on in the carnivore community. And it's like, well, if you don't do it like this, then you're not a carnivore. If you don't just eat meat and salt and water, then you're not a carnivore. And I hate that. I hate the gatekeeping crap. So basically, like I say, I'm still carnivore. I'm about 90% carnivore. So 90% of the dietary stuff that I intake is meat or, animal based. So what does it do? So HMB has three main factors. So three things that it is beneficial to you for. One is till you can actually use that, and like I say, you can digest and your body can use more protein, the more dietary protein that you're intaking. The second thing that's also very important that HMB is going to do for you is going to help you recover from workouts more. So again, the body having the ability to bind more of these proteins to the muscles and use that protein as it needs to in the body is going to allow you to help recover from your workouts a lot better. So the third thing about HMB that is very beneficial for us is that it will keep your muscles from breaking down. So it's going to help keep your muscles from wasting away. So let's say this, so like I travel a lot for work. I don't always have the time to go to the gym. I maybe get to go to the gym twice a week if I'm lucky. If I'm really lucky, sometimes 3 times a week. But there's a lot of weeks where I get to go once, or sometimes not even at all. And so one thing I found whenever I started the carnivore diet is that I was able to maintain and keep muscle on a lot longer. So I could go a week or almost even week and a half without going back to the gym. Just by eating meat and taking all this protein, I was able to maintain that strength, and I wouldn't lose strength. Whereas before I was on the carnivore diet, if I did only worked out once a week, I'm just kind of like, it's like Sisyphus pushing that rock up the hill. I push the rock up, and as soon as I go back to not going to the gym, that rock's going to roll right back down the hill. But whenever I started the carnivore diet, intaking a lot more protein with all those amino acids in it, I was able to kind of push the rock up the hill. But then the carnivore diet was like the wedge that I could stick in that rock so it wouldn't roll back down. And then whenever I go back, I'd start rolling to the gym. I would start rolling that rock back up the hill, and then I could again put that little chalk in there to keep it from going there. HMB, on the other hand, when I've added it to an already active carnivore diet, what that's done for me is it's allowed me to not only push that up the hill there, but it's like giving me a tool to wedge this thing and get that rock moving even further. So basically what it does is, like I say, it staves off that loss of muscle mass that I get from not constantly working and not constantly rebuilding those muscles. It helps it to where my body is not going to digest that muscle. So for most of you out there that are on a very typical American diet where you might eat some salads, but you're also going to eat some burgers and you're having, carbohydrates and vegetables and meat, all this stuff combined together. One thing that you can happen is whenever you go to bed at night, if you don't have enough protein on board, if you've had too little protein throughout the day, or if you go on, and like I say, you're going into a fast even, and you have too little protein on board, what's going to happen is that your body needs to get its protein quotas up. So what it'll do is it'll actually go and digest your muscle, basically break down that muscle and use that as the protein that it needs in order to process its daily functions and do everything that it needs to get all the proteins, the protein quota that it needs for the day. So this right here, the HMB, is going to help stop that process. It's going to help your muscles not be broken down as much, and it's going to be able to help you use as much of the protein as possible in your diet. Whether that doesn't matter what protein that is, whether it's a plant-based protein, a very high-quality meat-based protein, a whey protein, or an egg-based protein. Which, by the way, a good quality whey protein is like the only one of the only protein sources that is 100% bioavailable. I mean, it is 100% used by your body as long as they've got all the proper amino acids in there. So, but whey protein is very, very absorbable by your body. So, good quality one if you're not using it. And what that means for you is that with the HMB on board, you're not going to lose those gains between sleeping, between meals. If you're fasting between meals and everything, you're not going to lose that muscle. It's going to stave that off and keep your muscles strong. So I know a lot of you are probably thinking now too, as well as, well, hey, where's the data? Like, show me the facts. Like, what is this? Why is not everybody talking about this stuff here? And actually, it's really interesting because I don't think a lot of people have been talking about it very much, and it's really shocked me. I know that, Thomas DeLauer, if you've ever seen his YouTube channel, he has talked about this thing before, a couple of other people. But it's actually really shocking to me that not a lot of people are talking about it as well, because it's so amazing. But you want the proof in the pudding, so tell you what, we're going to talk about some medical studies, because this is an actually very incredibly studied, in medical studies and trials. This is a very well studied supplement, and the data is all out there. So let's go over here on the computer and I'll show you a couple of these studies and the results. All right, so the first study we're going to talk about here is this one. This is probably the most important one as well. And so this study right here is talking about combined protein and calcium, HMB, induced gains in leg fat-free mass. And so basically it's saying fat-free mass that was gained in the legs. It's a double-blind placebo-controlled study. And so basically what they did is they took 16 healthy men that are around 22 to 25 years old, 24 years old, sorry, or 20 to 24 years old, performed a bunch of resistance testing with them, during the workout period, gave them 60 grams of whey protein, and during off days, they gave them 30 grams of whey protein on non-training days. And then patients were randomly assigned additional 3 grams of calcium HMB or a placebo. The body composition and physical fitness were tested before and after the 12-week program, and here is what they found. So the results are the whole body segmental fat-free mass increased in both groups. However, gains in leg fat-free mass were higher in the HMB, so it was 9.2 versus 6% for the arms, and it was 14.2% versus 7% in the legs. So basically that's saying that of that fat-free mass that was gained in the two different groups, that the group that was taking HMB had a 14.2% gain in fat-free muscle mass, and then the study group that was just taking whey protein and working out had a 7%. So basically they gained twice as much fat-free muscle mass in their legs just by taking HMB. So they were eating and digesting the same thing, but again, yeah, they were actually gaining more muscle that was fat-free muscle. So it was really awesome. And I'll say both groups saw a 1 rep max increase in both groups. So they were doing basically bench presses and leg presses, and that was kind of like the body strength, how it was tested by 1 rep max bench presses and 1 rep max leg presses. Basically what the study's conclusions were is combined protein and HMB supplementation resulted in segmental but not whole body increases in fat-free mass compared to protein supplementation alone. So it's a great thing to add to your protein supplementation or your carnivore diet to really improve the gains. So you can read through this all yourself here. Like I say, if you want to go through more of that, there's another one here. They found the effects of HMB on muscle mass function and other outcomes in patients with cancer. So this is a really detailed study. You can go read it yourself. But again, it found that there was definitely some increase in studies, like I said, with amino acids, the HMB specifically, and they were given 3 grams a day. So again, this seems to be consistent with most of these studies. That's what they're doing, is they're giving them 3 grams a day. So that's kind of where I would say the recommended dose is, taking about 3 grams a day. But the good thing is that there's not going to be any negative effects from taking more than 3 grams a day, because I don't think there's been any of these studies that were really found any harm at all from taking HMB. It's just an amino acid, which, like I said, is natural and used in your body. This is basically just a precursor. HMB is a precursor to leucine in your body, so it stimulates your body to use that amino acid. But here's another one here. This is again a whole another study that was done on the double-blind placebo-controlled study and the impacts of HMB supplementation and exercise on free living muscle protein synthesis. So this is one where they went into showing how that it helped muscle protein synthesis, muscle mass, and function in older adults. So again, if you're an over 40 guy, that's naturally our levels of testosterone will start dropping, and it's going to cause you to lose muscle mass, and it's going to cause you to gain fat and things like that. And so let's another supplement. Like I say, while I'm talking about it, that I'm taking right here is this right here, the PRIMAL-T, again from First Form. I'm going all in on these guys because they support the outdoors and they support healthy living, and they have a huge support group. They've also got an app. Again, links down in the description. You can check all this stuff out. If you really go to look and get your 2024 goals, I would really recommend you check out that app, because that app is going to be a great way to track your fitness, track your health, and really show, give you a good goalpost for moving forward in 2024 and becoming the healthiest version of yourself that you can be. So, but anyways, look at these studies. These studies really show that HMB is a great supplement to add to a workout and a supplement regimen, or a great diet regimen, to really gain as much mass and as much maximize your workout routines and your strength training to its best, to its highest point, so that you can go and really just be the best version of yourself, man. Be healthy, be strong, and that's what I want to do in 2024. Is I want to be mean and lean and really just have it be the most lethal version of myself in the outdoors and in the woods that I can be. So to sum it up, guys, what we're seeing here is that, like, no matter what diet you're on, the carnivore diet is great because it has a lot of protein on board. But whether you're on a normal diet or a carnivore diet or something else, HMB is something that you could supplement into your diet to really maximize your muscle growth, reduce your recovery time, and overall just really enhance your athletic performance out in the field. So I really highly recommend you try it out. Take, let's say, 3 grams a day. See how it does for you. Come back here. Comment down below if you've already been taking HMB. Comment down below if you have seen results from it, and let me know what you think. So thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Don't forget to check out the links down below. Let's go ahead and make 2024 the best that we can. Let's grow stronger, and let's really just be passionate about our health in 2024, because you never know what's going to happen to the world. And there's one thing that will always be consistent, is that the only thing that's going to make you healthier is for you to put in that work and for you to put in the effort. No, there is no magic pill. There's nothing going to do it for you. So you've got to do it, and you've got to want it for yourself. So thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for tuning into the channel, and as always, keep defying the odds. See you later, brothers.